The best way to get started on a raw food diet is to go to the store, the nearest grocery store, and stock up on fruits. Buy a variety of fruits. Get some peaches, some plums, some nectarines, some pears, some apricots, some apples, some grapes, some bananas, some dates, some avocados, some raisins. Come home and just fill your house full of fruit. When you have a house full of fruit and somebody walks in and they're like, wow, are you a raw vegan? Are you a fruitarian? That's when you know you've got enough fruit in stock. So I would go to the grocery store and I'd buy a ton, I'd bring it home, go to the store, buy a ton, bring it home, and people would walk in and they'd say, well, are you running a fruit market here? Are you trying to sell some fruit? And they're like, no, actually, I don't even have enough to sell. Don't even try and buy it. That's all for me. So I would buy bulk and I would stock up. And then once you're stocked up, it's important to stay inspired. It's important to stay educated. And you do that by reading a bunch of books on raw veganism. I'd recommend the 80-10-10 diet by Doug Graham. I'd recommend Ann Osborne's Path to Paradise. I'd recommend David Wolfe's book, Nature's First Law. And once you've read a whole bunch of books on the topic of raw veganism and fruitarianism, then you're gonna be much more confident in what you're doing. Much more confident in what you're doing. You'll be able to answer a battery of questions that people ask you all the time. Where do you get your protein? And what about this nutrient? What about that nutrient? And what if this? And what if that? And then I would also recommend watching a ton of YouTube videos on raw veganism and fruitarianism, because you're gonna get answers to questions that you didn't even know you had when you're watching a ton of YouTube videos on the topic. And while you're watching YouTube videos on raw veganism and fruitarianism, it's also important to not watch videos about other foods that you no longer want to be eating. So if you're trying to transition off a meat eating diet, then just stop watching all videos when people talk about meat and dairy and the benefits of those animal product foods. And if you're currently eating a cooked vegan diet and you want to transition to a 100% raw vegan diet, you gotta stop watching videos about cooked veganism. It'll just suck you right back in. So stay focused on the fruit. Watch people on YouTube who are talking about fruit and fruitarianism and raw veganism and the benefits of those diets. And just constantly just saturate your mind with this content. And then lastly, what I would highly recommend is to immerse yourself in the community fully. Fully immerse yourself in the community. So attend a festival like the Woodstock Fruit Festival in New York. Attend a festival, if you're in Denmark, like the Danish Fresh Food Festival. Or if you're in London, if you're in England, if you're in the UK, come to the UK Fruit Festival. In fact, for those past 3 festivals I just listed, the Danish Fresh Food Festival, the UK Fruit Festival, and the Woodstock Fruit Festival, you can use the code COMEFRUITYOURSELF to save 10% or $100 on each of those festivals. So immerse yourself fully and you'll be like, wow, this is like a real thing. People are actually doing this. They're actually eating just raw foods. They're not eating any cooked foods here. It's pretty cool. And when you have a real life example in front of you, it makes it so much more real, makes it so much more doable. You have that role model to emulate. You have that person to set the example for you, and to have that person there that you can learn from. When you're at these festivals, you can ask people who've been doing the raw vegan diet much longer than you 100 different questions, and they'll give you their best answer ever. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope to see you at a festival. Definitely hope to see you at a festival soon. So go stock up, come home and order some books on Amazon, read it up, and then stay inspired to be raw vegan. Thanks for watching.